I'm in the corner of Arcana in race number 5.
And through Quaddie with a mighty run. Quaddie got the gap, burst through a big win.
I'm in the corner of Mrs. Christie. Hopefully can take out the 1,000 metre dash.
But Mrs. Christie ever consistent, and she wins. Second, Rattle and Bing.
Hello everyone and welcome to this week's preview. We're racing at Flemington this week at headquarters. It's going to be an absolute brilliant meeting of racing. Only one collect from the unit plays over the past 4 Saturdays for me, so hoping to turn that around this week. This is what winter racing is. It'll be like this, hopefully not too often in the future for myself, but it's pretty tough to find a winner. Let's get on with the preview. Just for those watching on the Thursday night, my Day 3 Royal Ascot tips will be up on the YouTube community tab. Also on the YouTube community tab will be the tip of race 1 on Saturday at Flemington, so stay tuned for that. Race 2 is an open handicap over the 2,500 and something metres. I think it's 2,540 to be exact, but let's round down to 2,500. Merzan is the favourite with the lightweight of 54 kilos for Bo Mertens at 370, followed by Aberfeldy Boy, who's at 460. Lionel, third up, is at $6, and then Let's Roll the Dice is at $8. Sandown Cup is the last start replay we're taking a look at, and Farrago has landed on top for me on Saturday. Now, I know this horse doesn't win at all. Well, it's won before. It's won 5 from 34, but it's a very low win rate. But I reckon Saturday might be its day. Its run last start in the Sandown Cup behind a Maid was very good. 3 back its run behind Let's Be Frank Baby at Caulfield was very good. Is probably a tad better on wet ground, but it ran on a good track last spring, ran third in the Herbert Power behind Military Mission, so I'm not too concerned about the track condition for Farrago. Draws gate 7, will be following the right horse, peel out wide and be running home. Tom Madden doesn't win too many races at Saturday grade too often, but hopefully Saturday can be Farrago's day. In for second, Tara Mansour should get a good run from gate 5. Needs to turn its form around, but it's had some decent runs, or better than what the form guide has said. It's looked better on the replays. Merzan in there for third, should be running well again out to this distance. Will suit, and it's got a low weight with 54 kilos, and Let's Roll the Dice has to carry the big weight, but gets Blake Shin and a good run from gate 3. Farrago, can it win? 0.5 units, race 2. Race 3 is a 3-year-old handicap over the 1,600 metres. Craig is the favourite at the moment at $1.55, ahead of Rise at Dawn, who's at $5, then double figures the rest. Red Galaxy 12, some people call me, at $13. Craig was a certainty beaten last start. Just keep your eye on Craig. It doesn't get clear luck until about the 250, sprints home and narrowly misses. Should have won this race by at least 2 lengths in my opinion, running away from Rise at Dawn. Draws for a brilliant run from gate 5 on Saturday. I'm pretty sure it gets a little weight swing on Rise at Dawn as well. Luke Curry sticks with it, having 3 units to win on Craig on Saturday. Very confident, never had more units on a horse since we've started the unit plays, so 3 is the top for me so far. And I think Craig will be getting the job done and should be progressing through the grades at its next couple of starts after Saturday. So I've got Craig on top, ahead of Red Galaxy, who was a really good last start winner. Gate 2 mapped through a good run. Greg Urell places his horses very well, so I think it's a tad over the odds at $12. Rise at Dawn in there for third. Beat Craig last start, so can't be dismissed. Will be out in front again, and some people call me for Bo Mertens and Kieran Maher in there for fourth. But I like Craig. Hopefully it can get the job done on Saturday. Race 4 is a Fillies and Mares benchmark 90 over the 1,400 metres. We've got equal favourites in an even race, $5.50 for both BR Bay and Electric Impulse, who's been really well backed. Jenny Jerome is at $7, and you've got $7.50 for Belle Savoie and Brazen Lady, $8.50 for Starlight Scope and Belle Riche. Longer odds the rest. This was the last start run of BL Bay. This was 2 runs back at Caulfield behind Why Worry. It's had a run since this, settled 3 wide no cover at Mornington and should have won there. But this race, it was on the worst part of the track and it battled on pretty well. Draws gate 3 on Saturday. There doesn't look to be a great deal of early speed, so Celine Gaudray should map for a good run from gate 3. Claims 1.5 kilos, so we'll get the 56.5 on Saturday. BL Bay and Starlight Scope ran in a similar race in August last year, Fillies and Mares 90 over 1400 at Flemington, where Starlight Scope went at a slow tempo up front, and it got the job done, just beating BR Bay. I think it'll be a slow speed again, and I think BR Bay should get the job done, but we'll have to wait and see. I've got 0.75 units to win on it, ahead of Jenny Jerome, who should run well again. We'll need a little bit of tempo though. Draws gate 4. In for third, I got Belle Riche. Maps well from gate 1 for John McNeil. Just needs to win again because it's becoming a bit of a non-winner. But I've tipped Farrago, so I guess I can't really say that. And then Brazen Lady in there for fourth. Draws gate 2 for a good run. The lightweight will help, but I like BR Bay in race 4. Race 5 is an open handicap over the 1100 metres. Veloce Caro is the favourite at $3.60, ahead of Extremely Lucky, who's at $4. Who Dares on fire the past couple of runs is at $4.20. Ashford Street $7.50. Longer odds the rest. I shouldn't have mentioned non-winner with Belle Riche because I've got Crosshaven on top on Saturday, and he's about as a non-winner as you can get. Now this run, clearly Veloce Caro was the better run, but Crosshaven had to carry 6.5 more kilos than Veloce Caro on this day. Now they only are 2 kilos apart, so it's a 4.5 kilo weight swing. A senior rider goes back on Crosshaven in Luke Curry. Draws gate 1, which isn't ideal. It'll be on the inside part of the track again, but with the rail at 11, it shouldn't matter, but I would have liked to draw on a bit more outside. I reckon it's way over the odds and could win finally on Saturday. On top, double figures, yes please, ahead of Who Dares, who is on fire. Last 2 runs have been wins. 5 weeks between runs, kept fresh. Gate 7, probably straight to the front, and it might not be run down again. In for third, I've got Ranting first up. We'll run a bit of a race. It's been jumping out quite well, so it should be flying for Mickey D in the 54 kilos. And then in for fourth, I've got Veloce Caro, who beat Crosshaven home last start. It's 1-2 on the bounce this preparation, gets the 54 kilos, and John McNeil. Crosshaven is on top for me in race 5. Race 6 is the David Burke handicap over the 1600 metres. King of the Castle is the favourite at $3.20. $4.20 coming down from Sydney for Joseph Pride. Munamek is at $4.40 next best, ahead of Windstorm at $6. Ascension is at $8. Then you've got longer odds the rest. This was the last start run of King of the Castle. This was up in Sydney, where it was on a heavy track, over 1300 metres, ran quite well, up to the 1600 metres on a big track like Flemington. I reckon suits this horse. Gate 6 will get an ideal run about midfield. Blake Shin takes the ride. I just think it sets up really well on Saturday, and it's a good chance of getting the job done. I'm happy to have King of the Castle on top, ahead of the other horse that's been running in Sydney lately, Sabark. This horse should run an improved race. Draws gate 9, Jamie Mott on. It'll be running well. In for third, Windstorm. Was a good run 2 back. And judging off that run 2 back, it will be running very well here. Draws for a good run in gate 5. And then in for fourth, a bit of a roughie. Wertheimer, even though I think a horse like Munamek has a better chance of winning, Wertheimer has the 52 kilos and has actually been jumping out all right. It's the outsider of the field, but it can run well at the price. But I like King of the Castle in race 6. Race 7 is a benchmark 84 over the 1400 metres. We've got LOU as the favourite at the moment. The fourth emergency is at $4. Rheinberg is next at $4.20. General Firepower is at $5.50. Then we've got longer odds the rest. This was the first up run of Rogue Rocker at Caulfield in the BR Bay race, where Why Worry just held off Prancing Spirit. This was a very good run. Second up on Saturday will be a lot fitter, has 1 second up in the past. Jayla Kennedy goes on, claims 3 kilos, down to the 52.5 kilos. Draws gate 2 for an ideal run, on pace in my opinion. Last preparation, this horse almost beat Rheinberg and gets a heap of weight off Rheinberg off that run. I just think Rogue Rock has flown under the radar of absolutely everybody. My only query with this horse is it's the third emergency, and it's not really meant to be a query, but I wish it gets a run on Saturday. I really hope it does, because I reckon it'll be running really well and fighting out the finish. Rogue Rocker on top for me, 0.75 units to win on it. Another small query is I don't know how good General Firepower is. It was a brilliant winner, 4.5 length winner at Sandown last start. Draws gate 11, will roll forward for Blake Shin, has the lightweight. It's the second emergency. it will be hard to beat as well. Also 0.75 units to win on it because we don't know, well, I don't know its ceiling yet. In for third to Bay Shore. This horse has a brilliant first up record and has been jumping out very, very well. Draws gate 5 for Tommy Stockdale. It's in with a good chance. And LOU, the fourth emergency, who probably won't get a run. It's also accepted in Sydney. I've got it in for fourth. Just lost last start and can turn that into a win. But I'm in the corner of Rogue Rocker and General Firepower in race 7. Hopefully both of them get a run because I reckon they'll both be running really, really well. Race 8 is a 3-year-old handicap over the 2,000 metres. The favourite at the moment is Steel Run at $4.60, ahead of Lady in Pink at $4.80. Elliot is at $5.50, Aztec State $8.50. It's a, well, very even race, this bunch of 3-year-olds, but this horse coming over from New Zealand could just be heaps better than the rest of them. Eliud, this was its last start win over in New Zealand. Now this horse draws gate 16 on Saturday, which isn't ideal. Blake Shin's going to have to make a decision. Go back or roll forward. I'm not too sure. I'm not that fussed where he is, but just as long as he's got cover would be ideal. And I just think it could be heaps better than the rest of them. It's shown promise. And, yeah, it could just smash the lot of them, but we'll have to wait and see. Lady in Pink in for second was really kind to me last start. Won, despite being 3-1 no cover. Can't be dismissed again. It's in with a good chance. In for third, Zambezi Khan. Might just be ready to win again. This horse draws gate 12 for a good run. It's in with a good chance, and Aztec State in there for fourth. Will be charging home from the back, as it always does. But I'm with Eliud in race 8. It could just be heaps better than the rest of them for Blake Shin. Race 9 to finish the day is a 3-year-old handicap over the 1,100 metres. The Black Cloud coming down from Sydney is the $2.80 favourite, ahead of Marble 9 at $6.50, then $7 for Oak Hill and $7.50 for Apparatus. Longer odds the rest. This was the last start win of Oak Hill at Sandown over the 1,000 metres where it hit the front on the inferior ground, and it looked like it was going to get run over late by Kiko, but watch it through and after the line. It actually kicks again when it sees the horse on the outside and puts 2 lengths on them about 100 metres past the post. So I reckon the stab up to 1,100 metres is what this horse is looking for. Has to carry the big weight of 59 kilos, but I reckon it's just a really good horse. Has won 2 from 2 this preparation. Blake Shin rides, draws gate 5. I'm happy to have Oak Hill on top and pretty confident in its winning chances. In for second, I've got Scorsese, who gets in with the 54 kilos for Jayla Kennedy. It's very fit. It'll be running very well. In for third, Prince Zero. I was with this horse at a big price last start. It ran third. I reckon second up it'll be fitter. Stacky Sticks, and it should be running well again. And then in for fourth, Patchouli Dream at about $71. This horse is coming back from the 1,400 metres. The post might come up too soon for it on Saturday, but it'll be flying home from the back with the 52 kilos. Can't ride it off despite it being the outsider of the field. In terms of the Black Cloud, it can win. In my opinion, it's slightly overrated, but watch me get proven wrong on Saturday. This horse got beaten by Wallenda last preparation, and you can tie in Wallenda's form with a couple in this race. So I think the Black Cloud is under the odds on Saturday, but we'll have to wait and see how it goes. I like Oak Hill. It's now time for the Quaddie. We were pretty close last week, got 3 out of 4. Missed out on Gentleman Roy, but we move on to this week. Going pretty skinny in the first leg, just so we can get a better percentage. So only going with Sabak, number 4, number 6, King of the Castle, and number 8, Windstorm. In for race 7, we've got number 7, to Bayshore, and then all the emergencies: 15 First Mate, 16 General Firepower, 17 Rogue Rocker, and 18 LOU. There should be a few scratchings out of that leg, which will boost the percentage up even more. In race 8, number 1, Lady in Pink, 2, Aztec State, 4, Zambezi Khan, 5, Eliud, 6, Steel Run, and 7, Dulcet at a bit of a price. And then in race 9, number 1, Oak Hill, number 4, Lynx, 6, Scorsese, 10, Prince Zero, 12, Patchouli Dream, and 14, Stocky. That's what we're doing for the Quaddie this week. Thank you everyone for watching this week's preview. If Craig loses, then it's looking pretty concerning in terms of the overall profit we've had on the unit so far. It could be going down into the red in the coming weeks, but hopefully Craig can get up and that won't happen. Pretty confident on him. He's going to be my best of the day. Best value, definitely Rogue Rocker. Hopefully it gets a run. Thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you next week for next week's preview. Until then, bye for now.